So you're not gonna believe this, but the transition from 2D to 3D is happening right now.
One of the things I imagine is going to be a huge part of science and technology is holograms.
3D holograms is unusual. It's something that we're in the middle of transitioning to, but isn't quite there yet. We want to make it a social norm.
There's so many incredible potentials to converting digital images into a three-dimensional world. And we want to help introduce that in an artistic and modern way.
It's going to give people that essence of that they're doing something special, that they're changing the status quo.
People, I see them, they'll look real close at it and just in awe. And, there's a smile on their face. And it's exciting to see it, and it fuels my passion to build this and to introduce it to everyone. And I think that's one of the best qualities about holograms, is it causes wonder, it causes excitement, and it gives us a vision into what the future is going to look like.
We want everyone to be able to have holograms in their homes.
Phones, TVs, computer screens, we're very trapped and bound to this two-dimensional vision of digital images. And that transition where we can break through 2 dimensions and go into 3 is, I think, fundamental to having a better digital experience.
What really had me interested about these things is that I always would fantasize about the idea of being able to use holograms in my home, being able to interact with them. Something that isn't actually real and tangible, but I could still feel somewhat connected to it in a physical way.
So the history of the theory we're using to create holograms was originally called the Paretto Theory. And it was used in theater for a large crowd to see reflected images of ghost-like beings that Paretto would light the back of, and it would reflect off of this piece of glass that was in front of the stage. But with that theory, there's an optical illusion, and that's when light is bouncing off and refracting, so our eyes imagine that there is something there. And that's what's happening with the hologram unit, is there's a prism, and light is hitting all sides of the prism and creating a seemingly 3D image in the center. And right when I saw that, I knew that I could just sell the hell out of that. I started immediately just writing a business plan, creating a marketing plan, and studying how it worked. Talked to a couple engineering professors there and asked, I have a really cool physics trick, and I want to build these units. And I had a dream for these units where it would replace your house plant, it would replace your lava lamp, it would replace your alarm clock, and eventually it would replace how you look at your phone and how you visualize images as a whole. I needed an engineer to help me do that.
I was in a meeting at the ASME, which is American Society of Mechanical Engineers, and I was just sitting there, my first meeting, and this guy comes up, is Kevin, the other co-founder, and he's sitting there pitching this idea, this business to a lot of people, and I can see people are catching on to it, but no one's really seeing it as much as I am. And when he speaks about his passion for holograms and this object that you can make by yourself at home, it really just had me by storm. The technology that we're planning on using is something that's pretty basic and can be used by a variety of different people. All they need is a simple materials that you can get from any dollar store or convenience store. Pretty much what we're making is a pyramid or a type of prism. The holograms that HoloHome is producing currently, we're using rainbow transmission holograms. This is a type of hologram that uses light to refract off of certain lenses to produce images. when we incorporate this hologram technology into all the things that people are currently using, we want to be able to have Wi-Fi connectivity to different devices so that way you can change what displays you're using. You want it to eventually be able to connect towards other people's phones so you can make Skype calls with the 3D hologram of the person you're talking to.
I think that the future is going to be paired a physical reality with a digital reality. And I think it's going to have a positive influence on the world. And when people think about that, it might be scary and it might be overwhelming. And that's why I want to give people a gradual introduction into what holograms can do in an artistic, friendly, futuristic way.